Well, this big guy barely fits in frame. This is the Marvel Select Titanium Man figure by Diamond Select Toys. This package is huge, as you can see. He's not even fully in frame. I really can't put him in there, but we'll try our best here. You can see the figure through the window packaging. We have some art on the side there, and on the back side we get the, well, not the rest of the wave. There is no wave, but you get the figure displayed there with a little image there of the unmasked head. I'm always amazed at how massive these figures are that come from Marvel Select and how the price almost never changes. So I'm going to try my best to keep this monster in frame here. He is pretty much all the way in frame here, just slightly. It's got his toe on the bottom there cut off, but for the most part he's in here. This guy stands just about 10 inches. It's definitely over 9, so 9.5 to 10 inches tall without the helmet. A 10-inch figure, guys. This is build-a-figure size material here. This is a big figure. We all know that Marvel Selects do scale bigger than, of course, Marvel Legends. This is what we're going to compare it to. It is the comparable line. So Marvel Selects are roughly around 7 to 8 inches tall, while Legends are normally 6 inches tall. That's a given. So the bigger figures, such as the Incredible Hulk, the Juggernaut, the Abominations, Titanium Man here, they're going to be even more massive. But what is very interesting about Marvel Selects is that they've always been $29.99, regardless of the size and the accessories they come with. It's almost amazing. Until this day, they still are $29.99. There was a time when they were the more expensive figure. I think they used to be $24.99. I want to say they did go up to $29.99 in time. But back when Legends were maybe $18.99, $19.99, these were $24.99 upwards to $29.99. I haven't seen them go over that. If they have, correct me if I'm wrong. But as I look up now, Juggernaut and Abomination are all $29.99. Same goes for the Human Torch, which is a normal size character. So they're all $29.99 across the board, regardless of the size. And the point I'm trying to make here is, how is it possible? How is it possible that Diamond Select can sell these giant figures for such a great price? I don't know the business. I don't know how everything operates. Maybe I'm ignorant to it all because I just don't understand it. But why is it that we have to pay $33.99 for a regular size Spider-Man Marvel Legend now, when I can pay $29.99 for this massive big figure? Now, yes, articulation is not 100% the same, but normally when we get a big figure like this in Marvel Legends, we normally get single jointed elbows as well. So it's pretty similar for the most part. The point I'm trying to make here is that you can literally buy a giant Juggernaut Marvel Select for less than a Spider-Man Marvel Legend right now. It's pretty nuts. I don't know what determines the prices. I know Selects have less articulation points, but from what I'm looking at right here, this thing is beautifully sculpted. It's a big figure. It's got awesome paint. It's actually painted. It's not just the mold that is that color. It's actually painted. We get an alternate head sculpt that's unmasked, and we get the helmet, and we also get alternate hands. What a bang for your buck. Now, of course, Marvel Selects have been around for a long time. This isn't anything new, but it's kind of new to me. I don't really review Marvel Selects all too much. I think I should. This is why I am talking as if this is brand new, because it's kind of new to me. It's kind of like an awakening. Like, listen, like, these guys can produce these figures for this price with these massive plastic packages, like huge packages, still the same size to this day. They're not going windowless. They're not doing any of that. Get fully painted figures here, new sculpts, accessories for $29.99. I don't know, man. If this was a Marvel Legend, I'm telling you right now, this would not only be a build-a-figure, but if it was released as a single release deluxe, which is how they release their build-a-figures now sometimes when they re-release them, this would be a $50 figure. Most likely $40, $50, $60 range for this figure if this was a Marvel Legend, hands down. So big props to Diamond Select for keeping this line affordable. Anyways, let's move on here. I'm spending too much time on that topic, but I really wanted to touch on that because it's just kind of an eye-opener a little bit there. Most people don't realize, Now, some may say they don't like these figures. They don't like how they articulate. That's a fair point. That is a fair point indeed, but What we're looking at here today is a big bulky guy in armor. So let's um, see what he has here. We got an alternate set of open hands here, pretty nice. We got the pair of fists on the figure. Here is the helmet's head. Classic titanium look. We have yet to see this in any other toy line. So very nice to see. This is the only way you can get this classic look for Titanium Man is with Marvel Select right now as of this video. So there's the head sculpt. That's everything he comes with. Let's take a closer look at himself. Alright, so the head sculpt looks pretty fantastic to me if you ask me. Now he does have a lot of pink around the eyes. I don't know if he just finished crying or what, but there is a lot of pinkish or reddish paint around the eyes. It's a little off, a little weird, but it's not too bad. I really like the detail on the paint. It's fully painted, fully sculpted. The mouth is sculpted very nicely as well. I love the paint job on the hair sculpt. So very dope head sculpt for sure. As for the armor, it's the same green color. One thing I do notice about the figure's armor overall is I do see some QC issues here and there. I got a little yellow paint on the torso. I started scratching it off. It is coming off. I will continue to scratch it off to hopefully it comes off completely. But there are other locations. I do see a little red, very small. You can't even see it in the camera. A little red on the thigh, on the backside. I do have some marks right out of the box. I know it's a little dark, but we got a mark right here. Got some marks over here, kind of like some silver paint. I don't know where that's from. I think that might be from the twisty ties, which are metal in the box that hold this guy in place. So that might be an issue because I do have some down here at the feet as well. I don't know that. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. But we do get paint and sculpted boots on the bottom there. Very cool. So that's his armor. Let's see how we can head swap this guy. I think it's just a ball joint. Yep, pretty easy. So that came right off. And now we can attach his alternate head, which is the helmet. And now we got the Titanium Man fully armored up there. Very nice. Overall, I'm really happy with this figure. I know this thing came out, a while ago. I'm just now getting around to grabbing him, and he looks fantastic, I must say. Alright, so one thing for sure about this figure and most Marvel Selects is that they do have some tight joints and some semi-loose joints. With this guy, we get a normal head here, as we saw at the ball jointed barbell peg, so he can look up a little bit, he can look down. He looks left and right, no problem there. And then head tilts are perfect because it's that barbell peg, so that's awesome. I love head tilting like that. And then the arms get a little tight, so they go forward just fine. They go down, but when you go in and out, it scares me a lot. I feel like it's gonna snap. I don't. Yeah, when you start hearing the creaks and the squeaks, I don't want to what's the word? I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to leave that alone. Coming out of the box, the arms were backwards. I had to twist the biceps around, so for some reason it was packed in backwards, but that's no issue. So we get the biceps over there, and we get the single jointed elbows, which are super tight. So these are some of the tight joints here. You can bend it that far. As you saw, I had to use both hands. When you swivel it, it's a little bit looser. So it's like, I don't know, it's random locations. You can kind of see how it's a little wobbly too at the torso. So it's a little loose at the torso, unfortunately. So while the arms are super tight, the torso is a little loose and wobbly, and I don't like that. I wish that was a little tighter. So let's get the arm back down. We do get the swivel at the elbow, we get the swivel at the wrist, and a hinge at the wrist as well. Torso has the diaphragm joint, swivels, goes back and forward. As you see there, we get a soft, pliable skirt material, but it's not cut on the side, so moving the legs forward. Oh, actually it is. My mistake. It's cut right there. That's a well-hidden cut. Very nice. So you can kick forward, and that will allow it to, not all the way, of course, but you can still kick forward. You go back down and see what he has here. Looks like he's got T-jointed legs. His legs will spread apart about this far. And then we get thigh swivels. We get single jointed knees, which are super tight. Ugh, it scares me when I hear cracking and and creaking noises like that. But again, the swivel is a little loose for my liking, but it does swivel at the knee as well. Just carefully bend that back, and then down to the ankles. They do hinge forward and back. These are a little bit looser than the other joints, so they don't You know, they're not super tight. And then there's the rocker right there at the foot. Alright, so we got to pan out quite a bit to get these two giant figures inside the frame, but we have him compared next to the Marvel Select Incredible Hulk, which is one of my favorite figures from Marvel Select. This thing is a thing of beauty. I know some people that aren't fans of it, but there are a lot of people that are fans of it. This thing is such a nice Hulk. So, really the only other Marvel Select that can really compare him next to, and you can see the heights there, they're pretty similar. I think the Hulk is slightly taller though. Very nice. So that gives you an idea. And also Titanium Man has 1 foot on his little molded in kind of rubble piece for the floor of my diorama. I really can't do anything there. If I move him to the side, we're going to get him way to the side, but it doesn't really make a difference there. Now he's leaning. Let's see. There you go. So, yeah, doesn't make too much of a difference, but you get an idea. And here is the only comic book based Titanium Man we've gotten from Marvel Legends. So to compare him next to a Legend version of Titanium Man, this is it here. Highly overdue for a redo for sure. And you can just see the sheer size of the Marvel Select version right there. You definitely get a lot of plastic here. And speaking of looseness, this guy suffers very bad from a loose head here. Now we did get the video game version of Titanium Man here from Marvel Legends, and again, very, very small. Of course, the scaling is going to be definitely smaller than Marvel Select. So despite the gripes I have with the QC issues on my particular figure and some of the loose joints, this thing is a fantastic looking titanium figure, man. I gotta say, it's a work of art. It looks great. It's a heavy piece. It's a lot of plastic. You really feel like you're spending your money on something worth it. Because nowadays, we spend more on Marvel Legends that definitely give us less plastic. Definitely is half the size of this thing. And just isn't worth $35. So like this thing being $29.99 is a hell of a deal, man. If you find it any cheaper than that, it's a steal. Do not pass it up. It's the only current comic version of this look right now for 6, 7, 8-inch scale. Like not really 6-inch, but you know what I mean, not 12-inch. This is the best of the best that we got so far, and I think Diamond Select Toys really did a fantastic job on not only the Titanium Man armor, but the unmasked head that we do get included with this and the extra hands there. So overall, man, I think this is a great piece. And if you don't have it already, I'm sure most of you who have wanted this already do. I'm kind of late to the party, but if you don't have it yet, it's still available. Check the link down below in the description and check it out if you're interested. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and also hit the like button while you're down there. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'm going to be checking out some more Diamond Select Toys. Maybe I should check out Diamond Select Toys a little bit more often. Let me know that's something that you may be interested in. Stay tuned for more. Take care, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.